Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Muhammad Azri Ishak bin Sufyan. So I would like to present about my project proposal, TSLB 3152-1. Here is my proposal format. I included several items or contents in this slide. Title of innovation, introduction, rationale, problem statement, goals, objectives, project relevance, target audience, importance of innovation project, type of product, estimated cost, innovation project plan, source of inspiration, teaching and assessment method, Gantt chart, and conclusion. So I will start with the title of my digital innovation, SPN game. This is my title, Digital Innovation Project in Teaching and Learning, especially in English. Introduction. Okay, SPN game meaning is singular and plural nouns game. It highly focuses on teaching and learning singular and plural nouns via playing digital games. So it requires a gadget and also internet connection. Okay, it helps pupils to fully understand the lesson, particularly in singular and pronouns topic, and it also encourage pupils to engage more actively in class, which I will elaborate further next. Rationale. The rationale for this digital innovation is that it helps pupils to study better, study effectively, and then it helps pupils to engage in class actively, so they need to do activities, so it's not just like teacher centered all the time, and where it also can avoid boredom in class because we use ICT, and then usually when any activity that implemented with the ICT technology, the pupils will be more excited, and it also enhance pupils' knowledge in the ICT. Okay, the pupils also can learn on how to improve their computer literacy skills, and then it helps to reduce pressure and stress because when playing digital games, it also meaning that the pupils can learn while having fun, and then pupils realize learning is actually fun. Problem statement. For the problem statement, pupils, especially younger generations, are often feel pressured and bored with the same learning method. So what I mean by the same learning method is that like ch- uh, chalk and board, and then teacher centered the worksheet and so on. So to avoid that, sometimes we can also do activities that include this digital innovation. So it like brings something fresh to them, so they would not easily get bored or distracted with other things. Okay. When it comes to gadget usage, pupils tend to share their opinion on how to fill their leisure time by doing unnecessary things. What I mean by this is that um, most of the pupils, the children right, nowadays, they tend to use the gadget only for entertainment purpose. They actually didn't realize that ICT is also very beneficial when it comes to learning, and then it helps pupils to think that learning via ICT, it the problem statement is that pupils think that learning via ICT is hard and requires a ton of efforts, whereas learning through ICT is very, very fun, and also it's very to use. It looks complex, but it's quite easy. Goals. Okay, I have included three goals here. First one, prevent pupils from lost interest in the lesson, like I mentioned before. It helps pupils to distinguish between singular and plural nouns. Okay, and then it improves pupils' computer literacy skills. So all the goals here is what I came up with my digital innovation. And then the objectives. Three objectives. First one, assist in developing pupils' understanding via playing games. So while they are learning, they can also play games, and then they have a lot of fun. So the game that I have mm, compiled is not distracting, which which may make the students tend to play the game more rather than focus on the lesson. No, but it actually go align all together. And then it invent an online platform for teachers and pupils for teaching and learning purposes. It's not only for the pupils to that can use the digital innovation. Other teachers also can use it to teach the other class. So it's not just like one way of the use. And then it helps to expand pupils' vocabulary because uh, some of the questions and so tasks is included with uncommon words, so they can learn more vocabulary. Project relevance. For the project relevance, SNP game is designed to assist pupils in mastering the topic effectively. So the digital innovation that I come up with is focus on helping students to understand singular and plural nouns topic, um, and then SNP game is accessible, family friendly, and easy to use because it's not requires a lot of tools like the usual teaching aids we use in class. It can be accessible in anytime, anywhere. Okay, target audience for this digital innovation: level one and level two primary school pupils, which means year one until year six. Okay, some might argue why level two primary school pupils, whereas uh, majority all of them have mastered this topic. Well, during my SPE for 3 consecutive semester and also last semester, I'm done my practicum. I found out that several students, which are from year five, year four, year five, year six, that still have uh, issues regarding this topic. So I think it is very crucial for them to master the basic first before they continue to learn something more advanced. Okay, importance of innovation project. Okay, these are the importances. First one encourages students and teachers to research, explore, and use all the tools to uncover something new. Like I said before, we must, as a teacher and also the student as well, we must come up with something new from time to time so that the flow of the class not only just go on one tone only. Okay, we need to bring something fresh, something new to keep that lesson, to keep the pupils entertained with our lesson. And also it will benefit us because the is going very well. Second one, improves education because it compels students to use a higher level of thinking to solve problems. Okay, and then third one, boosts creative and innovative thinking among pupils. Okay, next one, types of product. I have categorized my products into 3 types. First one, presentation, which I use Google Slides. And then for the website, for this task, we need to use Google Sites. And then the application, for the game, I use Word War and Educate Play, and also included some playlists that could lighten the atmosphere while the pupils playing the games and answering the question. And then also Google Forms and quizzes for assessment purposes. Okay, next one, estimated cost. Innovation project budget cost. Okay, apart from the gadget that they use, uh, like laptop, a PC, tablet, or smartphone, and all online platforms use. The online platforms that I use, all of them are free of charge. So the only matter left is the internet, because internet is a must for us to surf the web. And then to avoid overuse of internet data, mm, in this country, almost all telco provided a internet pack where you have to pay around 30 ringgit per month for unlimited internet data access. So I think all family would be able to afford it. Okay, innovation project plan. What I plan for my innovation, that I prepare several digital online games which consist singular and pronouns topic, and then I compile it in one place. Let's say it's group A, and then I prepare Google Forms and quizzes for assessment purposes. I compile them and put it in group B, and then the two items that I've compiled and I put it in one place, which is the Google site that act as a medium for my digital innovation. So all of it will be in one place. So it is quite accessible and easy to use. Okay, next one, source of inspiration. Okay, I have included two of my source of inspiration. The first one is from my past experience. Okay, like I said before, from my experience while I'm doing my SBE and practicum at schools, I encountered pupils that have trouble understanding singular and plural nouns, even though they are level 2 primary school pupils, which is year 4 until year 6. So I think it is important for them to master the basic first, okay? Because on the higher level, on the more advanced lesson, the singular and plural nouns play a big part to help the pupils to score very well in the exam. And then the second one is lecturer, sorry. So from my past semesters, we have also done a lot of innovations, like NPDL and so on. So from that, I see that any kind of innovation, or no matter if it's digital or physical, as long as it means to help us to do something in our life and make it much easier, I think that is uh, very attractive and very useful. So, and also the all the lecturers that help us and guide us to create something new, and it also inspires me to make one for myself, and then of course for this course as well. And then teaching and assessment method. So for the teaching method, it start with the teaching element session like usual, the interaction between the teachers and the pupils in class. And then for after teaching element session, we will have some quiz or even worksheet, so on. And then we can, and this one is for the assessment purpose. Okay. And then for the digital innovation, we can use it during the quiz time. Okay. And then for the reflection, teachers recalls all the important key and information of the topic, and then the pupils can repeat it so they can memorize them in a long term. So not just like um, just teaching it on that day, they will remember on that day. It's not like that. So we try to help them to master the topic effectively. And then for the assessment method, I use Google Forms and quizzes. So in the Google Forms, both in the Google Forms and quizzes, um, I prepare several questions regarding the topic, so to evaluate the pupil's understanding, whether which will further prove if this digital innovation is quite useful or not. And then the last one is the Gantt chart. Okay, this is my Gantt chart. As you can see, there are 12 items here. Items number 1, item number 6, uh, should be done on the first week of November. And then the seventh item, refinement estimation of project, uh, second and third week of November, which is start from this week and next week. And then the eighth item, project implementation, on the fourth week of November. And then item number 9, 10, testing and evaluating projects and project promotion on the first week of December. And then 11th item, project submission, is on the second week of December. And lastly, the 12th item, write and submit project report, which is at third and fourth week of December. So, conclusion. As an Olympic game designed to help players to learn and understand what and on how to use both singular and plural nouns. That is the root of this idea. That's why I created this digital innovation. And it helps to create a fun teaching and learning sessions. And pupils can enhance their ICT knowledge along with the particular skills. Okay, what I mean by the particular skills is, like I mentioned before, the computer literacy skills. Because on nowadays, when technology keep improving further and further, we must teach our younger generation to adapt with the new technologies nowadays. So, if we take this opportunity to teach them to deliver the lesson and also included the ICT at the same time, they will have no trouble when they grow up and in have to use technologies in educational field. Okay, last but not least, there is no limit for imagination. That is a quote. All right, thank you so much. Hope you have a great day.